I can change, I think, some of these off of, like, making fruit and sugar. The small ones, for sure, because we're not really using that much in the way of fruits and sugar. Okay, so that would be going one step too far, apparently. Public address goes awry. Well, that's not good. I need this law to pass. I already have one setback, which isn't great. I don't want to lose the success chance, so I'll just take the setback. It's fine. And then someone's gonna get more power for the trade unionist. Yeah, just let's try it. Ruling petite bourgeoisie, promotional tour to make them better. I don't need influence, so you could take your strength and approval. That's fine. And popular exile interventionism. Yes, movement support up. That sounds good to me. Yeah, the chance just went way up. Disreputable bookkeeper. Lobbyist in check, +5 legitimacy, but anti-Russian league becomes unhappy. They're already very unhappy. Or I could forego that and get bureaucrats in Kansai to become more loyalists and make the intelligence to happy. Let's do that. I'll do that. That's fine. All order. I guess Chugoku has some good profitability.
Narfi, do you have ironclads yet, by chance?
5?
I do.
Okay. So at least one of us actually has a decent
10.
navy.
10 in Chugoku, plus 20 to 25. And theoretically, that might allow me to change this to single crop. I mean, maybe not immediately. We would probably check back here later. Oh, wait, that's Chugoku? That's where I'm building all that stuff. Okay, well, that would make a lot of sense. This is not in size order, I'm realizing. What did I change then? A 2 and a 3? Well, yeah, that's pretty cheap. This is a 1. It's like the only 1 that's there. Change that over. And then Eastern Hubei, this isn't even mine. This is just like where we happen to own stuff. I don't really care for it to show me stuff like that. I haven't looked at the rifling yet. We are gaining enlistment officers. Maybe I should throw ironclads at the end of this list. Just so my navy can be a little less shit. I'll throw it at the very end of this list. And hey, look, we just finished this. Influence, bureaucracy reduction, maneuvers, great. Great. Here's the rifling. We start using some steel instead of iron and using some tools, and we pump out more of this stuff. This looks like a good upgrade to get. Apparently not in Kansai. That's not going to be productive, but in Chubu we were able to do it. Spain made the joint front. Interesting. It's a sovereign empire. That's neat. We have not enough. I have no infrastructure in the Ryukyu Islands. That's not great. I'm going to build up 2 more construction sectors in Shikoku, because right now we're just swimming in money. So let's it's not just us too. The private investments at 13.7 mil just chilling and really not able to spend it. So we could definitely build more. The steel frame buildings would be incredibly useful in order to speed this stuff up, but that can come later. I think some of the, I mean look at it, right? Like, is mutual funds really that necessary? If we're already making a fuck ton of money? You know what? No, maybe not. Maybe it's not. So, maybe we change this around. I can make rubber now, so that's neat. 4 years. I think I'm gonna go for steel frame right now. We're getting identification documents for free. That's more taxation capacity. That'll be nice. And I'll have to throw some other stuff back in here. The steel frames would be quite costly. So I'll go ahead and then throw these 2 back in after that. And then we'll jump right over to the ironclads after that. Anti-Russian League demands action. They want us to dissolve the defensive pact. That's not going to happen. There's only the Intelligista in this. And they're not exactly happy, but they're not super pissed off anyway, so it's fine. Preserve agrarianism. I don't like that. I can weaken the Hayman. Hell yeah, let's weaken the Hayman, make them less capable, because interventionism is going to be way better for us in every term, short, long, you name it. I could probably lower taxes at this point, gain legitimacy, lose radicals. That would be pretty useful for a lot of things. I could also, once again, raise wages. My money just keeps going up, dude. What the hell? My money has been just absolutely skyrocketing recently, and I'm not really sure why.
Has your GDP skyrocketed?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Then yeah, minting is pretty much like, yeah, the higher your GDP is, the higher your minting is.
Yeah, it's crazy how much is like, at the start of this session, I was barely breaking even on money, and now I have like at least like 45k positive all the time.
Yeah, I'm only negative when I have my army out.
All right, now we're building a fuck ton of barracks. We're through those earlier things. We're building a fuck ton of barracks now. Are there railways that would be good to build? It's showing here, but again, I don't think they're really hiring here. Yeah, they don't have enough cheap labor over there. Everyone is too picky about what kind of job they take. So that one's a little misleading on whether or not it's profitable to build there. Toku, I believe. So I'll gladly throw another one in Toku. Honestly, it's not profitable, apparently. Because, yeah, this hasn't filled up either. I could subsidize the railways. I could subsidize it. Subsidizing. So what does subsidizing do? I think it buffs the employment. Guaranteed by the country's government to be funded enough to always pay at least the subsidized wage. Hey, Travis, can you explain subsidization in this game to me?
Pretty much you pay people to work there. And if they're making money, then you don't lose any money.
Okay, so if it's profitable, cool. Otherwise, it guarantees. So this is really useful to use on my railways then.
Yes, if you have a high demand for railways. If not, you're draining money.
Well, I have a demand in that I need the fucking infrastructure.
Then yes, that will help. Just keep an eye on it.
Yeah, because there's just some places that need them that, like, weren't hiring. Otherwise, it's very profitable because I've expanded the usage of it so much. I was just wondering exactly, because there's a couple things that start off subsidized that I've just actually turned them off because I didn't know what it did. I think,
Yeah,
like,
I don't
the
really
urban center was one of them.
Yeah, honestly, the only thing I would ever consider subsidizing in this game is your military factories in times of war, or railways, or power plants to get them started.
I could see why urban would be necessary because it can also produce transportation and services and stuff. So yeah, I guess that is kind of important. Modernizing the arsenal. Chubu gets modern. Bonuses. Get technology on repeaters. Wow. 9 years of bonus migration attraction. Less throughput, but oh yeah, I'll take the tech, sure. I'll take the tech progress. I don't even think I'm researching repeaters though. Okay, and then you can see subsidies too. Okay, this is good. I probably should have been doing this from the beginning. I was just like, I don't know what this does. I'm turning it off. I see it's on by default for those two things though, and I see why now. I just have so much money now. I was like, well, what was that about?
I finally have sewing machines.
Good job.
Yay.
China, I'm buying clothes from you. Make me clothes. Success chance.
Okay.
Ooh. Industrialist attraction? Yes, please. I need my cheap Chinese clothes.
That's what we're here for, and the only thing we're good at.
Oh, I'm out of convoys. God damn it. I haven't made ports in a while, because I just haven't needed to anymore now that I have railways. I like how the capital doesn't have any ports. It's also pretty low on total infrastructure, interestingly. I guess we do build a lot there, but oh, god damn. I'm gonna build a port over in Ryukyu, maybe, just for now. There's already one there. Let's have a sec. It's not exactly a profitable thing. It's something that only I would really benefit from, and Ryukyu is getting pumped up by other things. I'll put one port on Kansai as well. It's mainly the convoys I care about, but the infrastructure is nice too, so I'm basing it off of the infrastructure at the very least. I have like 70 plus things in this list to build. A lot of it's just barracks though. So, no bread, no freedom. Yeah, I'll give you your minimum wage, I suppose, for another 5 years because we still don't have enough agriculture. We just don't. And I do have rice farms queued up, but they're pretty late in the list. Realistically, I already know they're not going to be enough. I already know this for a fact, clearly. Shikoku definitely needs some. They're already set to have quite a bit. Plus 10 on 3. I could put... Oh, that's max right there. That's fucking max. They just can't have any more than that. Well, that's quite limited then. Ueto?
United Asian Trade Organization.
Nice. Toku could definitely use some. It shows Chugoku. That also makes like fruit and sugar and stuff. I'm already building a bunch there. Let's do 7 in Toku. Just 7 more. Toss that in. Use fertilizer. Use tools.
The game just did something stupid, but okay.
What'd it do?
I'm not too sure yet. I was annexing Tibet like a normal, Chinese nation, right? I annexed them, And then now there's Tibet still that I'm not at war yet, but I'm getting ready to be at war with.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Now I gotta conquer them all over again. My country's so dysfunctional.
I mean, it's China.
Yeah. I really messed up with letting the aristocrats being so strong for so long.
Oh, there's this.
I wish
The
you could
last
just be an asshole
monarchists.
country. Like, why can't I just round up groups of people and exile them or kill them? I mean, I'm China after all. It's not like I'm civilized.
A couple more years, we'll get the last monarchists. Interesting. I wonder if that's a good thing or not. Farming boom in Kyushu. Probably because because I'm encouraging it. It's prompting it to go even higher. That's good. I'm almost full on gold reserves.
I don't really understand how the trade unions are revolting when they're not even a strong power bloc, or they're not a strong political party. I don't understand this game at some points.
I'm afraid to lower my taxes because if my prices go up and then I have to raise them again, that's going to make some unhappy. But we're kind of at a peak of radicals anyway. So I could also go for like the wages, for example. That doesn't affect prices as much. I think I can afford at least like low taxes. Very low is really pushing it, but I could afford low taxes. That might make individuals a lot happier. And so we're probably going to like need a shogunate leader, unfortunately. But it is what it is. This one is like really useful. I'll take him. Put him there. I'm going to need a second leader though. And what a surprise, it's more shogunate. We'll probably take the one that has the defensive strategist, because it's going to start out as a defensive thing anyway. So you guys are lucky you're getting this much. And then we'd be able to recruit 50 from in Hokkaido. And yes, I'm going to use Hokkaido for this one. It is control click for 10. That is 50 for this. And then we can edit it so it's by state. And call it the Hokkaido. Just Hokkaido, I think. Hokkaido Army. There you go. Trying to expand the military while my market is just constantly just... See, as our production goes up, the amount that we are in an imbalance becomes relatively less. And this is pretty... Oh my god, look at my explosives, or lack thereof. Why is it like that? Is anyone importing my explosives or something? China's trying to send me some explosives. Clearly, I need some explosives because the demand for it's gone way up. We have one queued up to go into Shikoku. I think that needs to be boosted to the top. So I'm going to boost that to the top to try to make that a little bit better. Looks like we can easily have 2 there. I'll put another one. And I'll just dump that up at the top. See if we can solve that shortage pretty quickly. Looks like we will need more coal in the future. And I believe all these are shifted over by now. Kyushu is apparently the best place to put these. 4 of them gets the prices way more under control. It's plus 101 every level. That should fix the shortage that I see by a long shot. We apparently could do with some more fertilizers, especially profitable in Hokkaido. But I'll spread that around little bit by little bit. And maybe to keep, because it could theoretically keep the prices on other things down. I'll pump those to the top because the shortage on that is quite big in terms of profitability or lack thereof. 10% more enactment, success chance on interventionism? Sure, anything to help it just finish. And you know, I've also like increased how much we're building, so that's good. Riku Islands has some room. Sakhalin has some room. Kyushu? Oh, we need some in Kyushu. Let's build up 2 more construction in Kyushu, because that will help this speed along. We're at 148. I don't want to do it too quick because that creates needs for other things, but we have so much money even after going to low taxes, and that really didn't affect radicals too much, to be honest.
I somehow managed to actually urbanize China. Nice.
Good job. My peasants are down another 6%, down to 49%.
I'm kind of... I don't know how to weaken my religious groups because they're just too strong. But it's like I really need some kind of school system and they won't let me do it. I'm hoping to research corporatism and just get charity schools.
I have a bunch more interests I could declare. Partially from naval projection, partially from technology. as it would seem. I had some over here. I guess I could put one over here now. Because suddenly, look at this, I just have so much stuff I can declare. Also take just, you know, the Pacific in general. That seems pretty relevant to my causes. Otherwise, where the hell else would I sail to fight someone? It's basically like South America or Africa at this point. Who owns the canal? The French. They very specifically went to own the canal.
Finally, the parties I actually want and power won the election.
Hey. Identification documents unlocked. Nice. So that leads to more taxation capacity. I wonder what that looks like if I were to look at government administration, sort by tax. Yeah, there's a lot more looking good. We got Sakhalin, Ryukyu, Hokkaido, of course, the smallest ones are positive. Shikoku and Chugoku are. Shikoku with barely any built there, Chugoku with 10 built there, so The rest of these have a lot of stuff built, but they're not really positive. But more taxation capacity means earning more money. The less peasants we have, the more positive that's going to be, I suppose. Oh no, socialism spreading here. Get it out of my country. I don't want socialism. That's how you get graduated taxation, though.
That's really good for standard of living.
Yeah, I skipped ahead to proportional, even though it lowered my overall income. Hey, I have interventionism. Yay.
I'm hoping to join you with that soon. Doing religious schools now.
I can enact laissez-faire. I don't want that.
Embrace the capitalism.
Also, most of my groups don't want that. Only the industrialists want it. Lose a little bit of government dividends and efficiency by switching away from agrarianism, like 5%. And that's really the only downside. Capitalists became more powerful. Aristocrats, farmers, and clergymen became weaker. That sounds like a really good thing. Bro, what the fuck? I just finished enacting this shit, and then the Intelligista and trade unions get together and say, yo, dog, enact public schools or we're gonna fucking riot. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm having that problem with wage subsidies.
I actually want public schools, but my religious dudes don't want it. But, I mean, shit, I might just take it. If one of them's going to be revolutionary anyway, then I might as well come out of this with public schools instead of religious schools. That's better. That's better for, well, assimilation, I guess. And weakening the religious, I suppose. 48% radicalize the Buddhist monks? Sure, whatever. I'll do it. Let's go. Infertile grounds. What? There's some guy that they want to export. To enact state religion. Well, yeah, I don't like that guy necessarily. He retires and the shogunate gets more powerful. The shogunate don't necessarily like me, though. I mean, they really don't like me, so... I'm fine with exiling the guy. Lightly inform him he's unwanted in Japan. Yeah, dude. Get out. I'll turn on rail transport for all my armies. That seems nice. It just uses some engines. I think I make enough engines. I really don't know at this point. I barely, don't make enough engines, so I should probably make more engines. Kanto seems to be a good spot for it. It marks itself as the most profitable. So I'll put one there. It only makes 44 engines a level anyway. I could throw one in Chubu as well, and then that's, more than enough. I'm up to 131 things in this list, partially due to all the damn barracks that need to be gone through. Those fertilizers and explosives are finishing that I queued up a little bit ago. Academic assistant. University building throughput reduced 20% success chance, or law setback less than 2 enactment progresses by 1 phase. Or is this a setback? I don't know. But it progresses? That is not a setback. It's because it's less than 2, I can just skip ahead. We're at 48% success. I think that's enough. I'll just take that progression, just get it through as quick as possible. Fertilizer's doing much better. Our importation of it's gone down as a result. I'm just going to cancel that in general. We're importing so much wood right now. And paper. Oh, wait, no, we're exporting the paper and the tools. That's right, that maxed out my convoys already just on these 3 things alone. Exporting tools, exporting paper, importing wood. And are we even positive on wood as a result of this? We really are not. That's incredible. Oh, yeah. Extreme 89. The Buddhist monks are very unhappy. Occasionally, I've been getting more of these, but not very many of the shipyards swapped to reinforced wooden ships. Try to make them more productive, but in a lot of cases, they aren't productive. Membership list discovered. Ooh, weaken them by 25%. That'll help. That's necessary to stomp this out. Either making them happy or making them weak. That reduces their strength quite a bit. It's not grain, but there is some potentially decent profit. Yeah. To be had in building fish. We're slightly positive on that. If it gets cheaper, I think they might use this instead of grain. You know, separate to the military, I guess wouldn't, but still, that's something we have quite a lot of capability for is fish. It just requires some clippers, which we do have a decent production of. Our whaling has been almost entirely private industry, and it's like maxed out. That adds to the production of meat, among other things. Certainly, I could add some of this stuff for sure. Looks like it wants to go in Chugoku, where I don't know how the infrastructure of this will look afterwards, but I mean, sure. How profitable does this stay in the predictions? It stays very profitable. Well, alright, we'll just max that out in Chugoku. I usually never build this myself, but Sakhalin doesn't matter for tax income. I'll take the throughput and less revolution progress. And we'll eventually definitely also need more railways. The most productive place to put it is in Hokkaido. Gee, I wonder why. And then Kansai, and then Shikoku. Alright. Well, that will help with infrastructure in quite a bit of places. I like how even Kyushu's on here. Oof. I can lose a lot of bureaucracy because of wealth not being able to be an inhibiting factor. I just experienced this exact event on Sweden playthrough that we're doing earlier today that we did very briefly. And I learned that enactment during the next law means during this law, by the way. Oh, hey, we're through all those barracks and now we're going to be pumping out some logging camps. That seems nice. And the government admins, that gets us through a decent bit of what's on the list, but the list is still at 123. Dang, I could lose even more bureaucracy to stop the Buddhists from getting stronger and the Intelligista weaker. Yeah, I'll take that. That puts us in the negative, but we're really well off on money anyway. Damn, France got Madagascar. There goes my desire to get it. I feel like I don't really have the capability to go overseas and do things right now. Certainly not. Not until I have the, the ability to protect and attack, which is what we're working on right now. We're going to have 100 infantry for defense. I think usually only infantry defend anyway. You need the artillery and other things like I built up my original army for other purposes. This would suck if this revolution actually did happen, because it would actually include both these other armies that I'm making, but still, infantry are good for defending, but artillery can chew them up, so I would still, theoretically, win such a war. God, they would bring in quite a lot of stuff somehow. That's not amazing. When you have a hammer, interesting, I could just change the progress of the Civil War, because I lack terrible traits. That's good. And I have public schools. Education access kind of remains the same. Assimilation. That's good. And look at this. We're almost up to 75. This is almost a legitimate government. There's nothing I can do that's more legitimate. Just things that would get different groups into power to help enact different changes. There are some things I want to enact. I'm not entirely sure which. Well, this would cost a lot of bureaucracy to do something brand new like this. The welfare payments would help, like, the poorest population, but lower their political strength as well. It's kind of weird. I think I'd rather go ahead and try to get the dedicated police force. Having the Heyman in power would actually really help this. This will radicalize the shogunate again, but this is very well supported, and this would be better than local. It would get rid of 5% power from the shogunate. It would reduce our bonus to state penalties from turmoil, but it would also reduce radicals' gain from standard of living. Decreases. I don't think we need militarized police force. Dedicated is kind of my ideal. So I'll go ahead and I'll try to get that passed. Why are we suddenly making so much money again? I have no idea, but we are. We are finishing building a lot of the wood, so the wood resource is looking a lot better. Definitely a lot better than it's looked in recent times. The government admins won't really be needed, but that extra little bureaucracy to give us some leeway will be nice. And the taxation capacity is going to be getting increasingly useful at this point. We'll also, I think, increase some more of these upcoming rice farms. I'm going to just add another 10 right there onto Tohoku. The projected productivity is going down, 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 down with everything we're building, but the imbalance is still there, and I would like to fix this up. Another thing that's there that we might want to work on, again, is the textiles. Now, I think we haven't reached the things yet that would assist the luxury, but we definitely need more of the normal stuff. And I don't know why this would help so much, but it claims that it would. The luxury clothes are already queued up, though, so I don't care to really rush that. Building one locally in Hokkaido is set to help, and what's that going to build? Just normal, right? Yeah, just normal clothes. That's all we really need. That's what we need the most of, like, everywhere. Pretty profitable to set one up on the Ryukyu Islands. We can have one on Sakhalin just to help the pricing, but it probably won't be too important at the very least. I'll probably, because it's 110 per level, we'll still need more. Another one on Hokkaido, a second in Shikoku, another in Tohoku, and that's probably enough for right now. That might not actually solve the problem fully, but we're not accounting in numbers for these ones, which are set to be pretty productive. And this is going at the end of a very long list. I was finally able to switch the rest of my arm industries over to rifles, so that will increase their total production, and we won't need to actually build anymore necessarily. With the converted munitions plants, we make like way too much explosive shells.
The biggest economy, Travis. The French has taken over.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've been kind of slowed down on my progress over here.
Chance, Petit Bourgeoisie gets happier. Yeah, I'll take that. 20% chance, that would really help. Well, actually, it looks kind of back and forth. France right now is 3 million underneath him, but they're basically caught up. Yeah, that's impressive.
I've also gone up by 20 million this play session, though.
Narfi, give me an embassy.
Please.
Right now.
Please.
Or else.
Or else what?
I have no idea, but I'll figure it out.
The Japanese-Russia war.
Our organization is low here because we lost a general. Bigoted? I like that. Stamp out monarchism is done. Oh, that's good. Shogunate loses a lot of things. Junker. So they're going to change, basically. No harm in nostalgia or put the past behind us. Interest group leaders will no longer have royalist ideology. That's probably better. Well, boys, I got rid of the monarchy. Oh, we're totally taking this guy right here.
Welcome to the club.
The monarchy has been stamped out. My shogunate is now very different in beliefs. Now they're just a bunch of patriarchal elitists.
I also want to get rid of the monarchy.
Actually, that's pretty much exactly how my landowners are now.
And GDP per capita could do with being a lot better. None of us are anywhere near the top for GDP per capita. Hey, here's those initial textile mills.
Everybody in my country is poor.
And the rest of the logging camps come after. Then some rice farms, those couple ports, more rice farms, then the next military.
And I also have a huge population.
I've expanded my military by 1.5 times. I'm basically setting it up so my main original army is like an offensive army. And then I'm going to have 2 half-sized armies right now that are entirely defensive. I have enlistment offices, more conscriptable battalions. Leads to mass conscription army model. Oh, well, I don't want that. What's really the difference, actually? Samurai are
For the
powerful
past 20
with this.
minutes, Circassia, or however you say that damn country, has been spamming me with the improving relations, and they instantly stop, and then they improve again.
It's just the morale. The morale's the main thing.
If I hear that
this is
pop
better
up
at
one more
trading.
time, I'm going to die inside.
Weekly unit experience, because this is more experience, less morale loss, but less, really, really less total potential army size.
Really, no Western country likes me right now.
Well, you are Russia.
Everyone likes me except for France.
The only one remotely close to liking me is maybe like Prussia. Like half of them are disinterested though, because we don't share any interests.
Actually, yeah, literally everybody but France and the UK likes me.
Venezuela's an American protectorate. That's funny.
Like how it should be.
They had a war.